Okay. And what are the cloud services? Okay. Different cloud service providers, and any cloud service provider maintain the domains. So what is a cloud domains means, what is computing, what is network, what is storage, like that. So different domains are there. So these are the information mostly have gathered the information from Microsoft, learn.microsoft.com only. Okay, from there, what is the cloud basics? Two parts of cloud. Based on Azure, it is the cloud what. Okay, so first of all, what is a cloud computing? Okay, it's the delivery of computing services over the internet. So underline only. So the underline, you just read it. The delivery of computing services over internet. What are those services? Servers, storages, databases, networking, softwares, okay, analytical things, intelligent kind of stuff. So these are all services we are getting. We are getting all these as a services over the internet. Okay, okay. So why it is a cloud computing is important. The first one is this point, and one more point, it is cloud computing is a delivery of computing services or internet by using pay as you go. So we'll go back and discuss. So what is this kind of stuff? Guys, the organization, okay? For example, I you know, I have a product, so then people want my product, my softwares, they'll have web applications are there. Example, Amazon is there. Okay. For example, Amazon. Amazon is a very big one. So take any small business. You can say take a Blinkit is there. Blinkit, mostly useful one. Blinkit is there. What we can say, uh, Swiggy, Zomato. Okay, lot of web application. Make my trip, book my show. Some are very big organization in background. Some are small organizations. Some are medium business organizations are there. Okay. So for example, I put a infrastructure. I need some infrastructure to run my websites. So for example, user access. In this one, user access, for example, there is a Zomato website or a Swiggy website. So from where he will access either a website or web application, whether it is your mobile application or you can go to the web browser and you can access, right? Either way, so from where he is getting the data? From where he is getting the data? First, he will connect to the internet, right? First, he is connected to internet. Through the internet, he try to reach our servers, which is maintained inside your infrastructure. Which is maintained inside your infrastructure means there is a web server which is providing these web pages, web applications access. Okay, this is my web server. So the user access my web server. So then he is getting that web page. So you can order the items. You can able to scroll down and check it. What are the items are available? Okay, what are the offers are available, and place into the cart, and then he's going to pay. And once his order is placed, that information go to the vendor. The vendor is given delivered to the user, right? And everything is tracked. So for that one, we have to create one strong web server. Okay. So web servers, what we require for accessing web server. So the application runs in a application server, right? Application server. Okay. Like it can be a EJB or maybe a Tomcat related or Glassfish server. It can be there. It contains data. So where the data stores, in database server. Data stores in a database server. It contains lot of pictures and all, right? Pictures, videos, all these things. So I will put a separate storage to store your database, application data, user information, kind of stuff like it. I need a storage is required. And user is login, right? So user is login means you have to authenticate user. You have to authenticate user. So that you need a some authentication. Okay. For authentication related servers are required. Okay. You have a lot of data. To store the data, we need a storage servers. And all these things should be connected. All these things should be connected. All servers should be connected. So then I need a network components, and it is high speed. Like, morning 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, this Zomato, Flipkart, Zomato or what we can say, this food related one, Swiggy, Instamart, Swiggy kind of stuff. 10, 11 o'clock, not much traffic, right? So at 12 o'clock, traffic increases, right? So so they need either a normal Ethernet cable or fiber optical cable connections between them. Okay, internal connectivity is required. External network connectivity is required. If some people is trying to attack, so when it is connecting outside, then we need to put a firewalls. Okay, need to put a firewalls for that one. Okay, so see it is how many things we need a switches, either Ethernet type of switches or fiber optical switches, routers for connecting internal to outside. Okay, different networks connectivity, firewalls, checkpoint servers for any people who are try to attack hacking kind of stuff. Then so any packet is came up, and some people may works in a office. They'll connect these servers like a developer is there. So you connect the application server and build a new version of application or updates. Okay. So then people will connect directly from internally. Some people will connect work from home candidates are there. So they will connect through VPN servers. Okay. They will connect it through VPN servers. Okay. People like maybe a developer or an administrator want to connect this private network from their home. So then in there through internet, so they can able to connect like this. So we'll go for redo. Usually they will connect. VPN means we are connecting through it. What is a VPN? Connecting your private network over connecting a private network to another private network over internet. Okay. So inside I have my own private network, and I connected my private network to public network using internet subscription like a router kind of stuff. I will connect through my ISP. I will connect it to internet. From internet, again, I am connected to my private network or the VPN. So this VPN established the connectivity between this. Okay. So guys, these are all entirely your infrastructure. Of course, to monitor, you need a monitoring system. Okay. Need a monitoring system. So then you can able to see. Okay? So you can able to see what going on with your infrastructure. Not only these services, servers, guys, backup servers are required. Okay. Backup servers are required. Okay. So like a one web server is not enough. You have to put a 2, 3 web servers. Okay. So this is your infrastructure. First, for example, understand guys, this point up to here. Very okay. So I have seen one thumbs up. So then we'll go for next. Okay. What is the next one? Is um now suppose I want to build this infrastructure for my application. So what I have to do? Then I have to buy servers. Already we have seen that say rack servers are there, blade servers are there. So I have to build my own data center. So I have to buy all the equipment. So maybe I will go to Lenovo, or maybe I will go to HP, or maybe the IBM. Okay, Dell. Okay, so I'll go to the Dell servers, like server purpose. Okay, so depends upon my requirements. I will ask some architecture, system architecture is there. So they will architect what are the servers are required for to run my applications. Okay, network related. So all data center is designed. Then I go to the approach. For example, Dell company. So I'll purchase all the servers. So I install the server and create a one data center. Then I install how to install the operating system. First of all, to buy a server, it is costly. Okay. So basic server itself around a 2.5 lakhs, you will get it. Okay. 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, depends upon the your server power. Okay. And storages, SCSI storages, SCSI SAS storage devices, right? Storage devices, fiber optical switches, fiber optical connectivities, SAN storage related, NAS storages. Okay. So everything you buy, the cost of physical hardware cost is there. Next, you have to purchase operating systems. And if you are using an operating system means operating system license cost is there. And you have to use an applications. Okay. The applications are costly. Again, you have to purchase a license for that one. Okay. It depends. Like sometimes. Okay. So physical hardware, physical infrastructure, you have to build and you have to buy that one. And the required applications, operating systems, you have to purchase it. Okay. And you created a infrastructure finally. So you invest money to build your own infrastructure. That is called a capital expenditure. That is called a capital expenditure. Okay. CapEx, capital expenditure. Of course, you build your own infrastructure. That is a capital expenditure. What is the next one? You have to maintain this one. You have to monitor, make sure that all the infrastructure is running well. Something I have to do work on my database. I have to create a new database for my new application kind of stuff. So I need a database administrator to maintain the database server. I need a database administrator. Okay. Developer will do the database things like you do all the tables creation and all. But to maintain the database servers, that's like a storage allocation for a database server. So I need a database administrator. Okay. So as you know, the service desk, a lot of people think service desk not only for this. So it can be managing the servers, different types of servers, different roles are there. Like if you learn database administration, either Oracle database administration or MS SQL database administration. Nowadays, earlier it is Oracle database administration is so many opportunities at when I was passed at that. Now it is Microsoft SQL database administration. Now there are a lot of because of this Azure cloud is more into the market nowadays. So obviously the database related is also increased. Okay. Application server related. Maybe your organization want to do some mail related communication. Then I need a mail server in between, right? So that is also I'm going to add mail server. Okay, people has to communicate each other, so they need a mail server. So they need some exchange of daily project documents and all. They go for a SharePoint server. Okay, so they SharePoint server. Okay, to maintain things, we need a people. To installation, configuration, people are required. Okay, so SharePoint administrator, mail server administrator, database server administrator, Active Directory domain controller, authentication are written right. It means we need a ADDS service. Domain administrator is also required. So exactly say system admin or network administrator is system administrator is required. Okay. So what we use Active Directory domain services for authenticating users, not only internal, so out external users also, service access users, different type of authentication. And we are all connected. We're all connected locally and externally also. We need a network administrator, okay, storage administrators, backup administrators. These are all the people are required to manage your infrastructure. Okay. And power supply, of course, need a power supply, right? So without a power supply, how these things will run? Need a power supply. Of course, you can say like, yeah, power supply is nothing. But if you see something is happened, okay, general power supply is required. So you have to build your own substation for that one. So, okay, you have to give power supply and you need a backup power supply. Why? Because of main power supply is down. Then you have to give backup power supply like UPS. Okay, backup power supplies. Okay, example UPS, and UPS may work for a up to 1 hour, 2 hours support only. Then what we need? We need a generators, right? We need a generators. Need a power supply generators. For the power supply generators, we need a diesel storages, right? And not only one power line, you have to take at least 3, 4 power lines from different areas. Means one area power is outstretched, other area will give you power supply. If all areas are down, so you have a UPS. UPS is may not work for longer time, then you need a generators. Okay, so you have to give all these things. Next, and you have to provide a cooling system. Okay, we need a cooling system also, because these data centers running continuously 24/7 running. It means you have to provide a cooling. So then it runs normally. Otherwise, it give a lot of alarms. Okay. Even in one time, not a one time, 3, 4 times it is happened in our 70s. So what happened? The AC is down. So ACs initially last year, what happened? The ACs are not maintained yearly. So ACs are not maintained. So what happened? The heat, the ACs are down. Then the heat is increased and it is giving lot of alarms. So then we have some backup cooling system. We put a backup cooling system for temporarily, and then we call the guy to repair that AC kind of stuff. It has happened 2, 3 times. Okay, mainly we left on Friday, so Saturday, Sunday we are not there, so no one will see. Some suddenly the AC cooling system is down, so then we got this problem. On Monday it is too much noise. Okay, cooling system you have to provide. Okay, right. So this is fewer points. Next one is we should not allow the people to go inside. Then we have to create some physical security. Physically, people should not access. So then you have to put a physical security. You have to create a physical security, right? And of course, network wise, you have to create network security, and network security person is required. Cyber security is network security is different, cyber security is different. Okay. So network secure person is required. If you sense that is someone is some exploit kind of packet is released, it crossed all the security boundaries and it enter into your network. To find it, we need a cyber security. To make stronger applications, we need a cyber security guy. Okay. So network security person is required, cyber security person is required, physical security you have to provide to make sure that no unauthorized user cannot go inside. Okay. So this is for a maintenance. What we call it is a okay for maintenance. You have to put it. You have to pay for a people who are maintaining for managing applications, security, power supplies, cooling systems, and humidity monitoring is required. Okay, so this is comes under maintenance. You purchase the equipment that is called a capital expenditure, and you are running this infrastructure. Okay, you are running this infrastructure with a lot of other challenges, and you have to put a money on it. So that is called a operational expenditure. Operational expenditures. Capital expenditure, operational expenditure. Okay. So this is a simple idea of an infrastructure maintenance. Guys, understand what is capital expenditure? What is operational expenditure? Nothing, no thumbs ups.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, I'm a very big organization. Maybe I'm a Tech Mahindra, or maybe Wipro, or maybe Infosys. From so many years, we are into the business. Okay. 1 second, guys. Just I want to check it's raining. Okay, back. Okay. So capital expenditure and operational expenditure is there. So for example, I'm a medium scale business. Unlike already established, they have their own data centers and all. Okay. So they can easily, as per their requirement, they will take one session of data center. They will build all these things and start working on it. They have already people are there to manage. Okay. But in a medium, so what happened? We can't offer like you have to buy. So the capital expenditure itself upfront cost. Upfront cost means you have to pay immediately and purchase. Then operational expenditure monthly you have to pay for maintenance. So certain organizations cannot able to offer all these things. One is even they cannot, even they cannot want to put it from the business only they have to pay, right? For example, so Swiggy is doing the business based on what income they are getting. Okay, they can place it. Of course, that is also give good thing, but there is a few more additional points also there. So we'll do that one. Okay. So just for best purpose, you purchase additional servers, for example, additional servers. Then you are not utilizing. If you are not utilizing certain servers, but still you are paying for that one. Or maybe you got a shortage. You need additional servers. Difficult to scale. It is difficult to scale. You have to add more servers. Again, you have to pre-plan earlier to can able to add more servers. So it is also one challenge for an organization. So what these organization can able to do it. So they cannot purchase and they cannot able to maintain all these power supplies, cooling systems and that. So what they can able to do it, they will rent some data centers. So they go to the data centers. Certain organization maintain the data centers only. Like example, Control S is an organization. Okay, they will have already data centers are there. So they will rent certain data centers. They'll access the data. So too much wind suddenly. Don't know what happened. Okay. So here it is. They can rent from the other data centers. But there is a problem with renting a data center from other organization is again, of course, for example, I take a rent from the controllers. Controllers maintain my servers, power supplies, physical security, network security. They will maintain. Of course, I have to pay. Monthly, I have to pay. But when I want it, uh, additional servers, it may difficult to provision. Or I take an additional servers. If I'm not using, still I have to pay for them. My demand of an application is lesser. Still I have to pay for them. Okay. So like that, there is an issues with the renting a data. So what is the cheaper solution for an organizations is cloud. Okay. It is cloud. The cloud, whatever the service you required, and you can able to take that service, use it as long as you want it, and once completed, Power connect, disconnect. Guys, can you able to hear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Yeah, power cut, huge wind blowing. It's like oh, midnight horror movie sounds. I'm it making that kind of sound. See that one? Yeah, power cut, internet down. Yeah, I will finish this part and we can leave. Okay. So you guys understand, right? So capital expenditure, operational expenditure part. Okay. So I think it is recording is going on. Okay. Cloud computing is a delivery of computing service over the internet by using pay as you go model service. So what is this? Simple. I go to the Amazon and I create the servers what I required. Simply, I don't mind about what is the data center and all. Simply I log in. So I need 4 servers. I'll create a 4 servers. And one server I install that web server related. Another one is application. Another one is a database. And there is already connectivity between them. Publicly, web server is required. So then I will assign a public IP address to the public. So I don't need to purchase a public IP because AWS is directly providing it. Okay. And DNS server. So I no need to go to register my DNS again, GoDaddy, not required. So AWS itself providing Route 53 DNS services. So I'll pay for my domain name. It's like a $10. So then I will pay and I will get a domain name and then I will connect it to my infrastructure. Then I started and published. So almost all for this preparation, it take hardly 1 hour time. And really, you have to go for physical service. You have to purchase it. You have to plan. You have to invest money. Then you have to ask a guy to install. And then you have to create a network. You have to purchase a public IP. And that is agreed by dot. Department of Telecom has to be agreed to you, like you are whether your server has to communicate outside or not. You have to search for the available public IP addresses. So lot of workout is there. Now it is almost all 1 month to 6 months work. You will do it in within a less than 1 hour. Okay. So that is a one important. So the capital expenditure, you need to buy any servers and no need to maintain any infrastructure on your own. The physical infrastructure, physical securities, power supplies, you no need to maintain anything. Just you are paying what you are using. You are using 4 servers and you are paying for it. Next month, you want to add 2 more servers, then you can add it. And another after 4 5 months, you don't require one of the server. You can remove it and you are only for what you are using only. Okay. So it is you typically pay only for the cloud services you use it, not whatever they are giving. So you are using, you have to pay for that. So it will lowers your operating cost, operating expenditure will be reduces, and of course there is no capital expenditure. You need to pay initially, not required. So you have to invest something 1 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees or 1 crore rupees, not at all required. You don't need to pay anything. Just you have to start building your infrastructure in the cloud. Okay, it lowers your operating costs, no capital expenditures, run your infrastructure more effectively or efficient way. Okay. And you can access, you're accessing through internet means anywhere, anytime you can access your infrastructure. Scale your business needs. It means so more demand of your application increases, the more servers for load balancing, failover servers you can able to add it. Okay. You can quickly provision and deprovision your infrastructure. Okay. So you can treat cloud resources like you would resource in your own data center. When you are doing, when you are done using them, you give them back. So you build only for what you use. Instead of maintaining CPU storage in your data center, you can rent them rent for the time that you need it. As I said, guys, renting is again just only renting of data center is different. Cloud computing is little different. It is like a renting, but here it is provisioning and deprovisioning of your any of your infrastructure related services is very quick. The cloud provider take care of your maintaining underlying infrastructure for you. The cloud enable you to quickly solve your toughest business challenges and bring cutting edge solution to your use. Okay, so these are the sentence, but I explain it. Guys, these are the key points of cloud computing advantages: high availability, scalability, elasticity, agility, geo distribution, disaster recovery. So why we need this cloud? Because high availability services. For example, I build a server and if server is down, the service is down. So what I will do it? I add more servers. If one of the server is down, other servers will provide a service. Okay. So another is load balancing. What is the load balancing? So what is the load balancing is demand increases. A single server cannot able to handle all the traffic. So I will add more servers which can share the load on the different servers. Okay. So what happened? The load on individual server will be reduces by sharing to other similar servers. Okay. That is load balancing. What is high availability? Even one of the server is down, so we can able to continue the services. Scalability. What is the scalability? Ability to increase. Either I have a server, I can able to increase its RAM capacity, CPU capacity, storage capacity, or I can add more servers and auto scale between them. Okay. So it means load balance in between them to maintain the capacity like that. You can add more servers. Okay. So and load balance in between them. Elasticity. Elasticity is a main feature. Why AWS use EC2? EC2. Why it is EC2, EC2 like that? Elastic cloud computing. Why it is used always elastic? Okay, elastic bean stack, elastic bean stack, storage related, right? So why use elastic? It's because of the cloud. Major point is elasticity, scalability, high availability. These things are key points. One of the important key point is elasticity. Guys, for example, you take Amazon flash sales are there. You know, you have to purchase within the minute, like or maybe 15 minutes you have to purchase the item. Or sometimes they will fest offers are there. So a lot of people are accessing it. So they need more computing power. When demand increases, you have to increase number of servers and you have to load balance in between. Physically, it's impossible. And demand reduces, it is not required to add more servers, right? Physically, it is waste of your money. Okay. So what we are doing is our elasticity. It is auto scale your infrastructure. Okay. Demand increases, number of virtual servers will be deployed automatically and load balance in between them. Demand decreases, automatically these virtual machines or virtual servers will be reduces and load balance in between. For example, I have 5 servers, demand increases, it go for 10 servers. Demand decreases, it come back to the 5 servers again. So that is elasticity, auto scaling feature is there. That's why we need a cloud computing. Agility. What is agility? The cloud demand. So agility means the client requirements or our requirements of infrastructure or maybe application or a database or whatsoever it is matter related, the things will be changes. So for that one in physical environment, you have to plan and build, distribute like this kind of stuff. You have to do it. But in a cloud, it's simple. Go and click it and increase or change. Okay. Agility. So we can deploy and configure any resources, any place, any time based on the client requirement. Any changes are occur, simply we can take adopting that one. And very, very important is geo distribution and disaster recovery. Elasticity, scalability, auto scaling, high availability is an important features. Another very important features are geo distribution and disaster recovery. Guys, you build your own data center in your location, but your clients are can be in a different location, right? So, for example, I build this infrastructure in Hyderabad. My client is in Mumbai, and my application become higher. So then lot of clients are there. So how they can able to access if it is in the one single location? It's a difficult, right? So based on the customer base, I can deploy into the different locations globally. I can put in a New York, I can put in a Sydney, I can put it in a Singapore, I can put it in a some other place. Okay, maybe Bangkok, I will put it my application. So for that one, I will deploy into different data centers. Cloud computing, AWS, Azure, GCP has this data center across the global. So you can deploy your applications into these places. And there is one more advantage is there. One of the location is down. For example, geographical issues will occur. Some are natural kind of stuff. For example, floods, earthquakes happens in one of the locations. So your application is gone automatically. Literally, your data and your application is gone. Okay. So what it is advantage of this geo distribution is you can store your applications and data into different geographical locations. If one of the location got some problem, other location still you have data, so then you can able to use it. Okay. So for example, like as I said, natural and man-made kind of stuff. For example, wars are there. Wars in a one place, war is declared. So it's very difficult, right? Maybe someone put a bomb or someone like the entire area, electricity is down. Completely, you have to maintain the power down mode. So you cannot, your servers may be gone, or maybe any disaster occurs, your data will be gone. So you can store in separate location. There is always nowadays, from last 10 years, people are talking about it. You know that one, that's why. Okay. First data center in Hyderabad is IBM data center. So they put it in a Hyderabad, that cyber city only. Okay. So why it is in the cyber towers? They selected IBM. Okay. So geographically, they check all the status. Okay. Most reliable place is Hyderabad. Why? Because Delhi is a capital of India. So maybe that is having some danger. Okay. Some like a war related. But Hyderabad is not capital of things. So Hyderabad is capital city for only currently in Telangana. So that time it is both Andhra and Telangana. Okay. So second one is it's not near to the any oceans. The ocean related things. Why Visakhapatnam, the coastal areas not having this more IT related. Okay, more big data centers are not there. Why? Because of the coastal area, the coastal will give a lot of salt waves. It damages the outer infrastructure. Possibility of floods, tsunamis, Hudud Tufan kind of stuff. But Hyderabad is not near to anyone. And it is established city, so it is not any terrorist attacks kind of stuff. It's not center for a lot of things. Okay, earthquakes and all. So they test everything and they said this is the right place. Like that's why Bangalore, Pune, Hyderabad, Nagpur, some that these places are mainly for IT. So why? Because of that's geographically suitable. So The cloud computing service providers will has not will has they already having this geo distributed data centers, and it will provide both disaster recovery, and we can deploy our application data near to the client locations also. In case of any issues occur, we can collect it from other places. Okay. So these are the other points, like no upfront cost means no capital expenditure, no need to purchase and manage costly infrastructure that user might not be used. Blessed. Ability to pay for additional resources when they are needed. Ability to stop paying when. So I can able to pay whenever I want it. I can use it and stop using it once I not no longer require. Okay, guys, this is about your cloud computing basics. Underline is the main point of your cloud computing. Okay, and other things like a capital expenditure, operational expenditures. Next, main properties: high availability, scalability, elasticity, agility, and geo distribution and disaster recovery. These are the main points of your cloud computing. Guys, up to here, okay?
Yes, sir.
So now it is rain started. So yeah, tell me. Okay. Okay. Cloud has a three distributions or three models are there. Three types are there. Okay. Different types of cloud models. So majorly three. Okay. Majorly three. So you can add one or two extra if you want it, but majorly three. Public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. In some places, community cloud is also there. Okay. So what is this public cloud? Public cloud is a multi-tenant type. Means, for example, AWS or Azure build a maintain these data centers, and anyone, either me or you, or maybe an organization like a Savantis or maybe HCL, maybe Cognizant or maybe Wipro, okay, any organization or maybe any individual user can use the public cloud. Of course, with payment only, guys. Some people think like a public cloud means free. Okay. Public cloud does not mean free. Okay. Public cloud means any individual user can able to use cloud resources. Okay. Like a like I can create a servers, databases, storage. I can use it as much. When I use it, I have to pay for that one. Okay. So that is public cloud. What is a private cloud? Okay. What is a private cloud? So for example, I will build my data center. I build my own data center. Okay. So I will build my own data center, and I make that one as a cloud kind of stuff and utilize for my organization only. Utilize it for my organization purpose only. For security. For example, banking is a very important that all the data of a bank is very important. So they will build their own private cloud for their organization and maintain for their organization only. Okay. So they have to bear both capital expenditure, operational expenditure for them. What is the advantage is security, control. Okay. What is a hybrid cloud? Hybrid cloud is a combination of both private and public cloud. I'm a private cloud user. My organization is private cloud. Okay. I am maintaining my own infrastructure for my organization. Now I need some more additional resources, and I need some additional resources are required, which is I cannot able to facilitate right now in my private cloud. So again, I need additional servers and additional storage I want to purchase. I don't want it. Just simple, I will take it few things from the public cloud. So I'll combine both private and public, and I will control my public cloud infrastructure also with my terms. So that is hybrid cloud. Okay. So here is a model comparison is there. So you can see public cloud, no capital expenditure. Application can be quickly provisioned and deprovisioned. Organization only pay only for what they use it. Private cloud, hardware must be purchased for startup maintenance. Organization have complete control over resources and security. Organizations are responsible for hardware maintenance and updates. Everything organization has to look after it. So just like they are maintaining their own data center. Hybrid cloud provide a most flexible. Organization determine where to run their application in their private or in the public. Okay. So organization control security, compliance, and legal requirement. Okay, guys, understand these three models. Three more services are there. Okay. Three services. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Guys, you go to the software as a service. I will actually have to start from here to here, but I will go for first. Guys, you're running an application in your own infrastructure or in your own private cloud. You have to maintain, your organization has to maintain the storages, network, compute, virtualization related operating system, runtime environment, application updates, everything which has to be maintained by the organization only. But if you go to the software as a service, for example, Office 365, this Google Docs, Office 365, Salesforce, okay, Dynamic CRM, Dynamic 365. These are all software as a service. So what you will do, go to Office 365, log in and start using that application. You don't mind about the application, which platform it is running, which operating system it is running, and what virtualization they are using, how many servers it is utilizing, what network, what storage. We don't mind about. We don't maintain all these things. You're a software as a service user. Simply you access the application. That's it. The next one is platform as a service. For example, you're an application developer, or you want to build your own application, or you want to run an application so that your client will access your application. So what you will think? So directly, for example, AWS Elastic Beanstalk is there. Go to Elastic Beanstalk. What are the application support environment is required for you? Select that environment, click OK, and you got that environment. Run your application and start your access your application. So your mind about to run your application thing, you're about your application and how to access that application. It's not about what operating system it is running, what virtual machines it is running, how many CPUs it is required, how much RAM is required, network is required, storage is required. These things we don't worry. That is maintained by service provider. What we do is we'll take environment, we run our application, and then we access it. Okay. Next one is infrastructure as a service. This is you want to build your own environment. You want to control this, how many CPUs, how much RAM, how much connectivities, all these things. You want to maintain what operating system your application has to be run, what environment your environment that is you want to maintain. So what you will do? So only you will maintain like the creating of EC2, install operating system, building your application, and the data kind of stuff. From that point, you will maintain. But so where it is storing, how it is connecting, how the background computational power, you are not worrying because that is maintained by your cloud service provider. Okay, I came from there to here. Okay, simply I said One day, you know, I want to build an application, web application. So website exactly, say on the WordPress. To install a WordPress, so I need a virtual machine installed with the Linux operating system and PHP. Of course, WordPress is works on PHP, right? PHP, MySQL for a database, okay, and Apache web server. This environment is required. So I have to take virtual machine, install a OS, install this PHP, MySQL, and Apache HTTPD. Then I installed a WordPress application. Then I made one website and people accessing website. This is infrastructure as a service. Underlying infrastructure is maintained by cloud service provider, but I am maintaining my virtual machine, OS, the supporting environment, and then application. I'm maintaining all these things. Okay. Next, in case same AWS, I go to the EBS. Simply EBS, what environment I required? I want EC PHP, not virtual machine. I don't mind about virtual machine. I don't know what it is. Okay. I need a PHP, I need a MySQL, I need a Apache Tomcat or maybe Apache HTTPD. I select OK, then environment is given. Then I want to install this WordPress application. Then I select that one. WordPress is installed and I configured. Then I build my application. I created my website on it. Then I given access. So what I'm worrying about my application related, not underlying kind of stuff, where this runtime installations, operating system, virtual machines, this is all I'm not worrying about. Software as a service. Already application is also running. Only thing is you have to log in and start using it. So that is software as a service. You have to create things as per your organization, for example. Guys, understand the differences? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So different cloud service providers, AWS from Amazon, Microsoft Azure, Google, GCP, Oracle, WASI, IBM also providing IBM Cloud, Ocean Digital, Rackspace, lot of cloud service provider. The main higher available means more demand is for AWS, Azure, GCP, and recently OC also become more demand in the public. Okay. So Azure now it is start running faster than AWS right now, because not only this infrastructure services guys, we are into the infrastructure part, but AWS and Azure both are giving a different other services like big data analysis related services, data warehousing related services, data analysis related services, machine learning related services, artificial intelligence building related services also from this Amazon and okay. Deploying an applications in the Docker containers kind of stuff services also provided. Okay. So those things. Private cloud has to be built using different softwares, okay, from VMware for virtualization, vSphere, vCenters, vCloud, vRealize, and other things also. From Microsoft, okay, Hyper-V for virtualization, maintenance, SE, VMM, SEAC, SESM, AppV kind of stuff for application virtualization purpose. From Citrix, Zen servers, Zen apps kind of stuff. OpenStack is one of the platform is different from OpenStack. OpenStack is an open source cloud private cloud platform. Okay, so you have an infrastructure and you have a virtualization infrastructure and the storages network. But you want a platform to access through the web, so we can use OpenStack. For example, I have all this infrastructure. Instead of connecting one by one, okay, I have a service, I have a main infrastructure services. So I want to create a virtual machine. So I want to interact with my base infrastructure. So simply with the OpenStack, we can able to access it. Yeah, don't worry about it. What is a OpenStack? Open source private cloud platform. That's it only, not more than that. As I said, guys, there is a domains. So what are the domains? Like a compute, databases, storage, network, messaging, security, identity, and compliance. Any cloud you are going, so these are the basic domains you will see. Okay. Compute means a virtual machines like a Amazon virtual machines, AWS, EC, EBS, Elastic, Beanstalk is also comes there. Okay. Auto scaling kind of stuff, things. Okay. Database domain about a database is both RDS like MySQL, Oracle SQL, MS SQL, MariaDB, Aurora DB kind of stuff. No SQL kind of stuff like a MongoDB, sorry, DynamoDB, CosmoDB kind of stuff. Storages, S3, bulk, backup storage services, um, elastic block storage kind of stuff. Network, VPCs, cloud fronts, direct connectors, VPN connectors, Route 53 kind of stuff. Messaging, SNS, SQS from AWS, messaging services. So one more is I'm missing, that is app. I have to write here app services. IIM, KMS, key management system. Okay, identity and authentication management system. IIM services comes under security, identity, compliance kind of stuff. Okay. And different services like software as a service, Salesforce, Microsoft 365, Dynamic 365, Google Docs, ServiceNow, all these things. Not only this, there are so many software as a services are there. Simply log in and configure for your organization, like one, like for your, just give your organization details and email ID, and it will become your own part. So based on your organization requirement, you will configure. Okay. Software as a service. No need to install application in your service. Okay. You don't know what is that application, how it is built, how to install. We don't worry about it. Simply access the application, start utilizing the application. Platform as a service. The database services, app services, Elastic Beam Stack services. These are all comes under platform as a service. IaaS, compute services mainly comes under infrastructure as storage, you know already, the storage. So there is one added, that is cloud storages. This is S3 bucket, bulk, guys. This is from a specific cloud service provider giving a service, a storage related service. But this OneDrive, Google Drive, iCloud, these are personal storage services. You can store data into the cloud for your personal purpose. You can use these services. And these are the some of the questions I have copied from there. Okay. So then just read it. So that is useful for you. Okay. Yeah, actually I have to give a break and continue. There is a problem already I told, power cut. So just managing it. Maybe I cannot manage for long. Okay. That's it for today. Because of power cut, I don't know when it will be written. Okay. If possible, tomorrow we'll discuss Office 365 and other things. Okay, guys. And already I shared the documents to you. Okay. This is Office 365. Please read it. If, take your time, just okay. Read what is Office 365, what is Outlook. Outlook already we discussed it, right? Yeah. So what is Office 365? What is the cloud computing? Okay. And I have a document that is some all-in-one document is also there. I think I already forwarded to you. If not, then I will forward it again and check the questions of technical questions from Ravan sir has maybe shared some questions to you. She cross-verify it. Okay. In the all-in-one document, except virtualization, everything is there. Concentrate on things like what is a TCP and UDP differences, what is an IP address, okay, different IP address classes, what is subnet mask, what is operating system, types of operating system, different types of operating systems, okay. Desktop OS, server OS, what is a server, what is Active Directory, what is DHCP, what is DNS, what is an Outlook, what is cloud models, cloud services. Okay. Cloud models are public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud. Cloud services, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Okay. Different cloud service providers. That's okay, guys. For today, what happened? Yeah, good. So I understand. Sir sent some message. Okay. Yeah. Sir is doing.